What's going on, YouTube world? Welcome back to Little Bit Man Gaming, bringing you a review for Batwoman Season 2, Episode 5, Gore on Canvas. First things first is you can hit that like, subscribe, share, and the notification button. Also, leave a comment down below what you thought of this episode, what you think of the Season 2 overall to this point. And, yeah, just let me know if you like Batwoman or you prefer Batman over Batwoman. Let me know what you want to know. I got tongue tied. Let me know what you want to know in the comments down below. With that being said, we also got to go 100 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button. You know, take your finger, hit that button. But yeah, so as I always do, a quick synopsis of what this episode was about. It says, Batwoman is approached by Commander Kane and Agent Moore to boost an infamous work of art that reveals the way to Coriana. Coriana is an island where Sophia is located, and apparently where Kate may be possibly held. And what else to say? Oh, and Kate, Coriana and Kate. It says Alice discovers that she may not remember everything about her time on Coriana. So basically, the plot villain of this episode is a guy named Wolf Spider. I don't know if he's an actual character in the comics or just somebody made up for this episode. Correct me in the comments down below. I'm trying to remember, but I don't remember a villain named Wolf Spider. But like I said, I might even look it up after this video, but I'm pretty sure I never heard of Wolf Spider. But Wolf Spider is he's like a thief slash hacktivist. If they, I think that's what they called him in the episode. He basically goes around leaving his mark. You know, he steals rare and valuable objects and art and all this type of stuff. And as the title implies, this episode, the main thing this episode was about was a painting by Jack Napier. And the painting itself is supposed, I think they said Jack Napier was supposed to be like the Joker. I think they was alluding to Jack being the Joker, but the painting itself is actually a map to Coriana. And whoever, you know, if you can find the painting, you can get the map to Coriana. But the problem is Jack Napier, he killed, I think this was what they was alluding to him being the Joker. He kills a security guard or somebody he killed, and he splattered their blood all over the painting. And so therefore, you know, that everybody knows the painting is the Jack Napier painting, but nobody knows its true value, that it's an actual map to Coriana. And it seems that's why Sophia, we'll find out later on, that's why Sophia wants Alice to kill Ocean. But before we get to that, yes, the episode starts off with Commander Kane talking to a man about the possible Jack Napier painting to find, so he could find his daughter. The man that he's talking about, you know, is telling him like about the people, how dangerous the people he's trying to meet up with, how dangerous they could be, and he's killed by an assassin associated with Sophia. And the assassin will, after he killed the dude that was giving Commander Kane the information, he attacked and tries to kill Commander Kane, but Batwoman intervenes, and him and Batwoman stops him, but Batwoman takes the assassin for herself to interrogate on her own, as Ryan doesn't trust the crows. She says that, you know, in her mind, after going through what she's been through, or been, you know, everything everything she's been through. She with the crows, she knows a thing or two about the crows being dirty, so she doesn't trust the crows, and that's This episode was all about whether or not should you trust the crows enough to be, you know, to be on the up and up. And she protests throughout the whole episode that the crows are not trustworthy at all. And you see, and you get a little backstory why, you get a backstory why what started her distrust of the crows. You get, and then you see throughout the episode why that distrust of the crows is well placed, because you see how dirty the crows are. Like I said, it's basically like the whole episode is basically like a race to find Coriana, or to find the Jack Napier wedding painting, and to get to Coriana to save Kate. As like I said, it seemed like for the main part, the better part of the season at least, is going to be about finding Kate. And at least everybody know, up until this point, I think everybody knows that Kate is not dead. I think by now everybody's found out that Kate is just being held captive by Sophia. Sophia, like I said, who tasked Alice with the duty of finding Ocean and killing him. Alice goes to find Ocean in this bar, and it's the actual Ocean, and she doesn't remember Ocean. Apparently, her and Ocean 5 years ago met on Sophia's Island, but they don't remember. But there was like a connection, but she don't remember, and she asked herself, "How do you kill somebody that you supposedly met but don't remember meeting?" So like throughout the episode, for Alice's part, she's trying to figure out why she doesn't remember Ocean, but her memories tell her that she actually met Ocean. And Ocean, when they finally do talk, she talks to him like an unsuspected person in the bar, and then she tries to go later on and kill him after he leaves the bar, but he ends up getting the jump on the attacker. I like the fact that he even points out that it was a million ways that she could have actually killed him and did it better. He even names it. Feel like he said he doesn't. He got a big back seat. He doesn't lock his doors to his car, to his truck. So she could have waited in the truck and killed him, and he would never. He said himself he would never knew, because he never locked his doors. She could have got him in the bathroom. When he went to the restaurant, I like the fact that they get meta with it. And he like the audience is just saying like, why didn't she go for the kill? Though we somewhat know why didn't she immediately go kill him, because she feels this weird connection to him that she can't place, and we later on find out it's because for some reason, for one form or another, they can't remember their time on. She could remember being on Coriana with Sophia, but she can't remember the better part of it, or I should say the part where she met Ocean, and Ocean can't remember either. So they theorized that that maybe Sophia actually might have something to do with why they can't remember. Ryan's bullet wound, or I should say kryptonite bullet wound, comes into play. She's for I don't want to say throughout the whole episode, but a big chunk of the episode she's played by the pain of it. Even Ryan's old girlfriend, who got her locked up in jail for 18 months. I think them two are kind of sort of moving back together. It is also revealed that that's the girl that got locked up for 18 months. That was her friend. At first, her friend that she made while she was in foster care that ended up becoming her girlfriend. They're kind of getting back together, but she's seen the wound and finally convinces Ryan to go get it treated. So she goes to Kate's stepsister to get it treated, only for it to start getting worse. And it seemed like, from my knowledge, and this is just like a small part of the Superman's comic book and the Smallville show. Kryptonite, when it comes in contact with regular humans, could give humans special superhuman abilities under the under the radiation of the yellow sun and specific conditions. The kryptonite can give you special abilities. So it's too mind. I'm thinking that it's either killing her wounds, either killing her, or is kind of sort of strengthening her or making her stronger. We don't know, but at this point, it does seem like it's putting her in more pain than like transforming her like it would in the Smallville show uh, or what the comic books say. But yeah, like throughout the episode, it's being questioned. Luke and Ryan bonds together. They bond together on over their mutual hate of the crows, because it was the crows, or the crooked part of the crows, that killed his father. And then Ryan, she doesn't like the fact that the crows pretty much at every chance tries to ruin her life, and she knows they're crooked. But it's Luke's heartfelt moment and revelation to her that the crows killed his father that convinces her to work with the crows, that leads to this guy that's a mutual friend of Kate's, and who got his hand in the shady underworld art dealing. He gets hurt in the process. I won't tell you how he gets hurt, because it's a certain way how he gets involved and how he gets hurt. But he gets hurt, and it proves Ryan's point that she doesn't like the crows, because the way how he got hurt was underhanded. The cop, the way he got hurt, he got hurt by the cops, or the crows as they're called, and because not both crow cops, but one crow cop went rogue and basically basically hurt him in a way that he shouldn't have been hurt. And even though he was crushed by his partner, he just left him to die, and he was in real bad shape. I think one of his rib cage punctured. I think she said, I forgot what she said, it punctured, but a piece of his rib cage broke off and punctured something in his body, basically letting him to bleed out, and he almost died. Thanks to Ryan, though, he survived. But Ryan, that leads into the big revelation. I think you seen this in the trailers. Ryan telling Luke and Kate's stepsister, like, look, I had a gut feeling about this. I knew not to trust or work with the crows. I knew it was wrong to trust the crows. Yet y'all still pushed me. Y'all still kept pushing me to do it, because y'all want Kate back so bad. Y'all don't care who you work with, or who you should or shouldn't work with. And she's been telling them throughout the whole episode, do not trust the crows, because the crows are crooked. And Agent Moore, Kate's girlfriend, or I should say ex-girlfriend. I forgot if they got back together or not. But she tries to spend the better part of the episode convincing Batwoman / Ryan that not all crows are evil or are crooked. And while Ryan do come to the conclusion that Kate's ex-girlfriend or current girlfriend, Agent Moore, is not crooked, she tells her that two bad cops at the end. She tells her like 2 cops getting fired is not enough. Ryan feels that the whole Crow organization needs to be burned down, dismantled, because it's so bad. It's so much crookedness in there. It's hard to tell who's not crooked and who ain't. And that she doesn't want to. She told Angel Moore that she will never work with her again unless she also quits the Crows and not work for the Crows anymore, because she doesn't. She's basically telling her, as long as you work for the Crows, I'm gonna always see you as a crow and a possible crooked crow. The only way to prove to her that you're not crooked is you completely just disown the crows and leave the crows. Because she knows and is so far been proven in the show up to this point that the crows are not all good and they all crooked. Case in point, one of the crows in last season was working with Alice, so all in all, if I had to give this episode the greatest episode, I would give it 7 big ups just because it's a decent episode. It kept me intrigued. It gave me more backstory. It gave me the more backstory a little bit on Ryan and why she doesn't like the crows. It also brought Luke into it and how he still doesn't dislike the crows. I like that part. I like that they added the fact that now the kryptonite wound, we finally get more context of the kryptonite wound on her shoulder, because now it's actually not only physically hurting her, it's almost like stopping her dead in her tracks in so much pain. And we get to see that maybe we got to see the dark side of the crows, and that the crows are not on the up and up, and that maybe the crows are worse than having a one man vigilante protecting the city. The I felt like the Sophia and the Coriana, even though that was like front and center, it was front and center. I felt like some of it that should have been front and center with it was it so front and center. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'll just drawing conclusions where there are none. But I just felt like it wasn't as front and center as it should be. But maybe, like I said, maybe then again, maybe it was. Maybe I just wasn't seeing it as that. But I did like the fact that we did find out that the Jack Napier painting that Spider-Wolf stole was actually a fake. That it was used. They found out because Ryan took a sample of it, of the supposedly blood on the painting. It was pig's blood. It wasn't real blood, so it was a fake painting. And that the real painting was out there. And then you found out who had the real painting, which was Ocean. And Ocean, that gives you more context to why maybe Sophia want Ocean dead. Maybe Sophia knew all along that Ocean had this painting that could lead people to Coriana, and maybe that's why she wanted Ocean dead. And that was the part of the episode that had me like, okay, now we cook it with grease. But yeah, everything else was decent and good, slow at some parts, but overall it was a good time watching this episode. You hardly would even notice the slow parts, but like I said, it was just, to me, it just felt like to me that some of the story about this is about about Kate Kane and trying to find her. It just felt like some of it took a backseat. It almost felt like it was like a secondary story more than the main story. But I think the subplot was the supposed feelings between Alice and Ocean, and that everything else was leading into the main plot. But it just felt like the bigger picture of the Ocean and Alice dynamic was more about their potential love connection than the whole finding than the whole why she won't kill him, why they memories are wiped, or why they remember each other. And but I did like they cleaned it up at the end by revealing that he is part of the bigger picture, because he got the real Jack Napier painting. So that was a big plus for me. So like I said, it's a 7, a good decent episode to watch. It moved the parts it needed to move, and it slow moved some others, but still a decent episode. But let me know what you think about the episode in the comments down below. Tell me what you thought. Did you like the show? Did you get, in your mind, was it a 10 out of 10 episode? Or did you think the same thing? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, we got a goal of 100 subscribers. Still trying to get up there. Still trucking. To the next one. Peace.